it's Mia here, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is something that I have not done before. It's a how I budget my paycheck, a budget with me video, and I specifically wanted to talk about how I budget my money when I split bills with other people in the house. So this is just a real simple sheet that I made using Word documents, and this is what I use each month to just write all of my expenses, cash envelopes, any sinking fund savings challenges that I have. I listed everything here so that I have a quick, easy overview of what my money is being put towards per paycheck. So yeah, that's what I wanted to go over with you guys today. And then depending on how long the video is, I will then go ahead and do my first paycheck cash stuffing. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, you guys, I zoomed you guys in a little bit, and I apologize about the shadow. I usually film in my closet because it has the most steady light. Maybe I should invest in a ring light to help out with that. But yeah, so up here I always put which month this is for. So this is for February 2022. And then I have my total due column. So this is what the actual payment is. And my money, my dollars, this is where I put my portion of the bills if it's being split. And then under expenses, I list everything from the cash envelopes to expenses, to sinking funds and savings challenges like I previously told you. And up here it's P1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's paycheck 1 through 5. And since February is not a 5 paycheck month, I'm just gonna go ahead and mark that out like so. And at the top right here is where I put the date that I am getting paid. So I get paid every Thursday. So I'm just gonna write those dates down. Okay, like so. And then I go ahead and write all of my expenses down. So I am gonna go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, here is all of the expenses listed. Up here are my bills, then cash envelopes, sinking funds, and then my savings challenge at the bottom. Next, what I do is I go in, and if there's a set amount that I need to have saved for that month, then I go ahead and write those numbers in. Some of these, are flexible. It just depends week to week. But some of these I have to have that amount saved to be able to pay that bill. So first off, we have mortgage. And we do $1,000 a month. And then Apple Gigabyte, that's my iCloud storage. I'm paying 99 cents, so $1. Then for utilities, so that's my gas, water, and electricity, and that's $2.80. Insurance is $109, and security is $51. Okay, so those are my monthly bills that I have to have saved. Then moving down to the sinking funds, the exterminator and HOA, these are also bills that I pay quarterly, so I do have to have this funded the appropriate amount each month. So for exterminator, I need to have $34 saved per month, and then HOA is $41. Okay, and then I move over to the my dollar column. So this is where I write down how much I need to save from my paycheck to be able to pay the bill. So if you don't know anything about me, this is your first time, I do have my own house, and I live here with my mom, my boyfriend, and our son. So my mom and my boyfriend, they do pay for their share of the bills in this house. So it's split 3 ways. So for my mortgage, we have $1,000 split between 3 people. So I just round that up to $334, and that's what I'm gonna save out of my paycheck for the month. Apple Gigabyte is just for me, so I'm just gonna put $1. Utilities, I usually go $100 just to have buffer money in my utilities. You know, my electricity and my gas is a set amount, but my water is not, so it varies. So I want to be able to have a little extra cushion in there just in case what I expected for that month was higher, or the actual amount ends up being higher than what I expected for that month. So that's why I always do 100 for utilities. Then we have the insurance, and this includes my car, my mom's car, and my term life insurance. So that's $80 a month for my portion. So my term life insurance and my car insurance is $80. And then for security, it's $17 because 51 divided by 3 is 17. Then I have my phone. My phone, I pay for the whole year in one payment. So I'm saving up $25 per month to be able to pay, I think it's in July, my phone bill for the whole entire year. Next, I have my daycare. Actually, let me just come back to that. Exterminator, we have $34 divided by 3 is 11.3, and I'm gonna round that up to $12. HOA, I need to have $41 saved. Divided by 3 is 13.6, rounding that up to $14. So those are the like my bills that I have saved. So that is that. And then from there, I look at each of these expenses to see how much I need to save per paycheck. So I'm gonna take my dollar amount divided by the number of paychecks, which is 4 paychecks for this month, to see how much I need to save per paycheck. Okay, so I'm gonna take 334, divide that by 4, so it's 83.5. I don't like using decimals or cents in my paycheck, even though this just all stays in my account, so I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm not taking the money out of the bank. But still, it's just more simple to just have whole numbers. So what I'm gonna do is just do $83, then $84, 83, then 84, and that will equal out to 334. Okay, And then for the dollar, I'm not gonna split it up in 4 payments. I'm just gonna save $1 for my very last paycheck before I have to pay that bill. Oh, side note, if you like, you can write down like on the corners right here when your bill is due. Like for example, my mortgage is due on the 1st, Apple is due on the 2nd, and so on and so forth if you like. Most of mine is on auto pay, so I don't really have to worry about that, and I always get a confirmation email that the bill was paid, so I do look out for that, because you know, computers, they do some boo-boos sometimes, and they don't take out the money when they're supposed to, you know, once in a while. So you really gotta watch out, because they gonna charge you for that late fee, even though it's not really your fault, it's the computer's fault. But yeah, so utilities, I need to save 100, so 100 divided by 4 is 25 bucks. So that's what I'm gonna write in each of this square. All right, next we have insurance. That's $80 divided by 4, and that's 20 per paycheck. Okay, next we have security. 17 divided by 4 is $4.25. Again, I'm not doing the cents thing, so I'm just gonna put $5 here and do 4 for all the other boxes. All right, phone, same thing. 25 divided by 4 is $6.25. So I'm just gonna do it like this. And you guys, I did already make a sheet so I don't make any boo-boos while I'm doing this video, so I'm referencing that. So if you think I'm just like coming up with these numbers really quick, I'm not. I've already made a sheet, made sure it worked. So yeah, so those are the bills that I have to have each paycheck to be able to pay my bills on time. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing down here. 12 divided by 4 is $3. Okay, HOA, doing 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 14 bucks. Okay, and then what I do is there are certain things that I have to have. Also side note, daycare, I'm saving $43 per paycheck, and I do split the daycare cost with my boyfriend, but my baby does go to daycare full-time, and no, it does not cost $43 for me to take my son to daycare. I do have the dependent FSA, where money gets pulled out of my paycheck pre-tax, and it gets put into a savings account, I guess you can say, and then you can submit those daycare payments, and then you get reimbursed for it. So of course the advantage is that it's pre-tax money from your paycheck. Okay, but with that, on top of that, I still need to set aside $43 to be able to cover the cost per week for the daycare. So yeah, so, and it just recently went up to, starting this month, the daycare cost went up because inflation and everything's going up. So I mean, it's understandable. So I need to pull out $43 out of my paycheck per week to be able to cover the daycare cost. Next, I have certain sinking fund categories that I have a set amount that I need to pull each week to be able to make the goal amount that I have set for this year. So that includes subscriptions. I need to pull out $3 per paycheck. Okay, and this covers my Amazon Prime and Disney Plus whenever I do feel like paying for that. Next is Christmas. Right, Christmas I need to pay pull out $20 per paycheck. Okay, and then upgrade, I'm always gonna pull out $30 per paycheck. And this is money that I'm putting towards a new house. Moving on, I have my son's birthday, and I need to pull out $15 per paycheck to be able to reach my goal amount. When I say I need to reach my goal amount, you know, I have the sinking fund, you know, what you're saving for. So this particular one is for my son's birthday. I thought about, I have a number that I want to reach, which is 400. And then so you have the 400, then you find your goal date. When do you want to have that money saved by? So I said the end of May because my son's birthday is in the end of June. So that will give me a month to be able to buy supplies and foods and all that goodies for my son's birthday. So you have your goal amount, you have your goal date, and then you look at how many paychecks will you have between now and when you need to have the money by. Then you divide that, okay? And that's how I got this number right here. I need to have $15 saved. So yeah, and then I always put aside 10 for my cat Cookie and for my son's savings. This is just the bare minimum amount. If I say like Cookie is needing like an extra vet visit or something like that, I might put in more. So this is just the bare minimum that I will put each week for their envelopes. Yeah, this is basically what I do each month. At the beginning of each month to see what I need to put away. And then this next portion is me actually budgeting my first paycheck with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Right here at the bottom it says total. This is where I would put how much I got paid that paycheck. So the first paycheck I got $424.65. So this is, you know, after taxes, after insurance, after FSA money, after dependent FSA money, after Roth contribution. So after all that, this is my take-home pay. And what I do is I go ahead and take this money, right? So I don't worry about these cents. So 424. Then I start subtracting everything that I have to set aside each paycheck. So we have 424 minus 83, 25, 20, 5, 6, 43, 3, 4, 3, 20, 30, 15, 10, and 10. Okay, so that means I have $147 that I can locate to other places. So of course we always gotta start off with the necessities, right? The gas, the food. So those are the two that I always start off with. This week I didn't have to use the gas money from last week, so I don't need to put anything this week. So I just put a slash there to say that I'm not allocating any money to that. Then I go onto my foodies, which includes my grocery and eating out money. And this week I decided to put 45. I'm trying to play around with the numbers to see like what is the bare minimum that I can put aside for this without finding myself overspending on the eating out category. Okay, and then spending, I've been putting 15 for my spending and then 5 for my sons. And beauty, I decided not to put anything in there. So from the 147, I'm gonna subtract 45, 15, and 5. So that leaves me with $82 to put elsewhere, right? And I go ahead and look at like what's coming up for this month too, so that you gotta look at, do you have any birthdays or baby shower that you may be going to that you want to put a little extra for the gifts money. So I talked about this in my previous video, but I didn't really think about the expenses that would take for different holidays because my son's in daycare now. So personally, my boyfriend and I, we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, so saving money for Valentine's Day was not a thing that we were thinking about, but they do that at daycare. So I need to definitely fund a bit more for gifts than what I have been doing. So that's something that I would have to keep in consideration when I'm doing my budget. And yep. So what I decided to do for this was, I'm not gonna put anything in car maintenance, health, home maintenance. I'm gonna skip that one. House goods, I'm gonna put 10 because I don't have anything in there. So let's do -10. And then we have gifts. I'm gonna put 10 in here as well. -10. And mine's my boyfriend's and the fam fund envelope. Unless I happen to have extra money, that usually does not get stuffed. So I'm just gonna leave that out for now. And then I also look at my 52-week challenge. So I'm doing the very OG 52-week where you do put $1 for the first week, $2 for the second week, and so on and so forth. But I'm doing it where it's just random, where I pick the number. And since I didn't have to put any money away for gas, I thought that I could try for a higher number this week. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put $40. So take that, $40 away, so we're left with $22. And I always want to put a little something for my personal savings and for emergency. So I'm gonna put $10 for emergency. And then I'm just gonna give myself $5. And then we have $7. And I haven't really put much into my health fund, so I'm gonna put $7. So we are left with 0. So this is the zero-based budget that I do, where you give a purpose or a place for every dollar that you earn. So yeah, this is what I go off of when I do my paycheck. Now I do want to give you a little side note that this only shows my full-time income paycheck. I do do some surveys on the side and some mystery shopping to try to earn a little extra income here and there. So if you have watched my cash stuffing video before, you'll see that I have my little spiral notebook where I write down both my full-time paycheck and any other extra money that I earn from doing those. So yeah, that's a little side note. And from here, I would basically rewrite this onto my notebook so that it's a bit easier to see, and it only shows one paycheck per page. And I would divide up any extra income that I have. So let's say I have $20 extra that I earned from doing some surveys online. Then I would jot that down on the notebook and decide where I want to put that money. This year, my main focus is the upgrade fund. So most of the money, any extra money that I get, will go towards the upgrade fund. So even though it says $30 is what I put from my paycheck, on my notebook it's gonna say $50 because of that $20 that of the side hustle money that I got. I hope that made sense. So once I have it on the notebook, I have a little sheet like this, laminated sheet, where I tally up how I want that money broken down, and then I would take this to the bank to get the money in the right denominations, and then I would do the cash stuffing, which is the videos that I normally do, which is also the next part of the video, but I think this is getting a bit too long, so I'm gonna show y'all the actual cash stuffing part in another video. So please stay tuned for that. You guys, I hope that all made sense and it was helpful for you, especially for those who are having to split bills with other people. And like, I really love having this sheet. This is like the sheet that I reference every week to do my budgeting, because I love being able to see everything all in one page. And you know, it's nothing fancy. I love watching the sticker budgeters because they're so cute, but like I don't want to have to pay money to get a sticker pack per month. You know, this is just good enough for me, and it works and it's cheap. So yeah, I really hope that that was helpful for you. And I meant to do this video last month, and I did film it, but I just didn't like the way it turned out, and the lighting was off and it got real dark. So yeah, I refilmed it for this month, and yeah, so here it is. If you did find this helpful, please take a second to give me a thumbs up down below. And you have any suggestions on what works for you, or if you have any tips for other viewers, please leave it in the comments down below. I would love to read them. And if you also split bills with other people and you have your own little technique and you have suggestions for me too, and I can try them out, please leave it in the comments down below too. I would love to read them. So yeah, I hope to see you back in my next video, which will be me stuffing this paycheck that we just broke down. Alrighty, you guys, I hope to see you in my next video, and have a great day. Bye.